Good evening. Welcome to a special Math for Kids because we took yesterday off because I had to work. So we're doing one this afternoon, but it turned out there was a big national math competition yesterday called MathCounts. And it's for 8th graders. So they're a lot older, right? Mm-hmm. I read in a newspaper what the final question was to determine the national champion. So you ready for it? Mm-hmm. A bag of coins contains pennies, nickels, and dimes, with at least 5 of each. If you pick out 5 coins, so you reach into this bag and you pick out 5 coins, how many different amounts of money can you get? Pretty tricky problem, wouldn't you say? Mm-hmm. Okay, so before making this movie, I made a fun little chart. I guess I should make sure it's on camera, right? Now, unfortunately, we didn't have enough nickels and dimes in our little coin jar, but I did a fun little systematic counting. 5 pennies, you would get how many cents?
5 cents.
4 pennies and 1 nickel, you would get
9 cents.
4 pennies and a dime, you'd get
14.
Can you do anything else with 4 pennies?
Mm-mm.
So what should we look at next?
How about 3 pennies?
Okay, so 3 pennies and 2 nickels, 3 pennies, a nickel, and a dime, 3 pennies, 2 dimes, all the way down, systematically counting, right? Mm-hmm. And this is all of them. But I ran out of dimes and nickels, so I just had to write N for nickel and D for dime. So it turns out when you list them all out, including this last one, that's dime, 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 you get 50.
Whoa.
Sorry. When you list them all out, for all dimes you get 50 cents. Yes, obviously you get 50 cents for all dimes, right? For 5 dimes. And you have 21 of these, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay? Mm-hmm. But you know what the problem with this approach is?
What?
2 things. This doesn't seem like that hard of a problem, right? If you can just sort of list them all out.
Yeah.
Even if you didn't have a bunch of pennies and nickels and dimes in your pocket, you could just write P for penny, N for nickel, D for dime, and write them all out, right? Mm-hmm. So you'd think somebody should be able to figure this out not too hard, right? After a while?
Yeah.
Maybe take about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And you'd have to make sure you counted them all too, right?
Yeah.
So what do you think was so hard about this problem?
I don't see anything like that hard.
You know what was hard about it?
What?
You only had 45 seconds to answer.
Whoa.
Whoa. So is that crazy? You only have 45 seconds to answer. So, all right. So I'm going to show you how in the world could you do a problem like this in 45 seconds? Does that even make sense? That you could do a problem like this in 45 seconds?
No.
No. How could you do this in 45 seconds? I don't even understand. So let's see if we can make some sense out of that. Okay? All right. So back to our other board here. Here's how we're going to do it. We're going to call we're going to have 5 things, and I'm going to call them stars. Okay? And I'm going to chop them up into buckets. So am I on the camera here? Okay. Okay. And I'm just going to put two brackets around my stars. And if the coins on the left-hand side, this would mean 1 penny, 3 nickels, and 1 dime. Okay? Does that make sense?
Yep.
So I'm going to put 2 bars in and get different buckets. What about this way? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What if I put a bar here and a bar here? How many pennies do I have?
4.
How many nickels do I have?
1.
How many dimes do I have?
None.
0. Okay, very good. All right, so that's what my stars and bars are going to mean. Okay? So, oops, sorry for bumping the camera there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, I can put the first bar, 1, 2, I can put it here, 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 or here, right?
Yep.
So how many different choices do I have for where I can put my first bar?
5.
Let me ask you that question again. How many choices do I have for different places I can put my first bar? Why are there 6 and not 5?
Because you got the one before the star.
Yeah, you got the one before the star. So there's 6 places I can put my first bar. So let's say I put it here. Okay. Now I can put the second bar. Oh, shoot, I only have 2 color markers. That's okay, I'll make my second bar blue, it'll be fine. I can put it 1, 2, 3, you can put it here, 4, 5, 6, 7 places, right?
Yep.
Right? Okay. So I have 6 choices for my first bar, 7 choices for where I can put the second bar. But what's 6 times 7?
6 times 7 is 42.
So I wonder what's wrong. Why did we get 21 when we listed them all out and we got 6 times 7? We got twice as many. Here's the problem. The bars don't matter where they go first or second, right? So putting the bar here first and here second is 2 pennies, 2 nickels, and a dime,
Yep.
right? But putting the bar, the first bar here and the second bar here is also 2 pennies, 2 nickels, and a dime.
So you have to divide by 2.
Right, so you have to divide by 2. So the answer to this problem is just 6 times 7 divided by 2, which is 21. Now there's one extra little bit of complexity to it that I'm ignoring just for this. But I wanted to show you that all you're trying to do is divide up 5 things into 3 groups. And the way you divide up 5 things into 3 groups is you put little bars down to divide them. So how many bars do you need to divide them into 3 groups?
You only need 2 bars.
You only need 2 bars. How many different ways are there for me to put the first bar down?
There's 6 different ways.
How many ways can I put the second bar down?
There's 7 different ways.
And what's the only problem with this?
You counted everything twice.
Counted everything twice, so I have to divide by 2. So that really complicated problem that took us all that time to list all the money out,
Yeah.
that you really only had 45 seconds for? What was the clever way to do it? Is it with stars and bars, or is it with listing everything out?
Stars and bars.
Stars and bars.
You could just put dots too.
Yeah, you could do dots and dashes, or stars and bars.